There it was, 3, 2, 1, trying to reconnect. Don't always see that. Sometimes you see it, sometimes you don't. Hey, how's it going, everybody?
Sometimes you feel like a nut.
Sometimes you feel like a nut and sometimes you don't. I don't know. That was some commercial.
Candy bar.
Candy bar, right. So we're in our 2-minute warm-up. So hope everybody's having a good day and all is well. We're, I don't know, we say it every time, the time flies. Zoom, zoom, zoom. And here it is, almost 7 o'clock. What's going on, Mary?
Not too much, John.
I gotta get you logged in.
Tired day, and we tried to get a lot accomplished.
And the time just flies by, always.
We had a big list, and we did some of it, and some of it will wait and be here tomorrow.
Okay, hey Dee Dee, how you doing? Good to see you. Okay, looks like I'm okay. Let's see. Oh, hold on. Hi Camille, good to see you. I think we're okay. Hi Ruth, good to see you. Yeah, I guess we're okay.
Okay, you want to say hello to everybody in the beginning?
Yes, but we're almost at 7 o'clock, guys.
Camille
Right,
said
Camille,
it's
I'm
7
enjoying. Yeah, that was it. So I don't know who feels like a nut today. I don't know. I think I'm a nut every day, honestly.
We have a hard time getting everything accomplished.
Yes,
we have
we
a
do.
big list.
Well, it's 7 o'clock, and here we are. See, the 2 minutes flies by. So we say we're in the 2-minute warm-up, and bloop, all of a sudden,
Oh,
7
you
o'clock. Hi,
never sent
Janice.
out the thing, did
Oh, no, I forgot. I'll send it out right now. All this stuff's going on. I forgot to send out the telegram. How crazy is that?
Quick, send out the telegram.
Send it out.
Just say we're live now.
That's what I said. Okay, now I gotta get us back to the other one. This is how the day's been. Thanks, Janice. How you doing? Thanks for sprinkling us out. I know. How you doing, Arlene? Good to see you. 3, 2, 1.
Here we are.
3, 2, 1. Trying to connect. That's what happens when we go somewhere where there's no Wi-Fi or it's weak and I have to turn it off. And then we usually see trying to reconnect. But it didn't do that the other day when we were up in the sewing room. So I don't know. Anyway, welcome to the Creative Clubhouse with our host, Janice. Thanks for joining us tonight. We appreciate it. And Janice, thanks for inviting us along. As I tell Krista and you, it's always a privilege and an honor to be here and included in the group.
Hi, Candy.
We always have fun. And thanks for inviting us along.
Hi, Gail.
We do appreciate it. And if you haven't joined the Creative Clubhouse, not the Creative, the Club, yeah, the Creative Clubhouse, right?
Yeah.
If you haven't joined it, join it. It's a free page. My mind's jumping around.
Hi, Ada. Thank you.
And watch the other crafters. If you didn't have a chance to watch them today, check them out on their replays. And we're not last up today. There's someone on after us, Cal Ruth. So
Hi, Sandy.
hang in there for her after us. And so, hey, it's Marilyn and John, done by me, coming to you live from Magnolia Hall in the tavern area of the 1860 house.
Allegra says hi, M and J.
Hi, M and J. Hey. Now that sounds like a candy bar.
Yeah, it does. It's similar to P and J. Or a sandwich.
Or a sandwich.
Marshmallows
Marshmallows
and
or something. So, okay, when you see me, you know something's going on.
something, something.
It's not crafting per se, but
Hi, Ada.
we hope you enjoy it. And anyway, we hope everybody's having a good day. So,
Been crazy today. I don't know what we did.
I don't know. The day fly. It's like, I don't know. I say it every time. You get up, you have your coffee, you do your routine, and before you know it, you're in bed again. So I don't know.
Yep, John did it with gusto. He's
Yeah.
competing with me. Who has more Enthusiasm.
Maryland wins hands down. But for those that don't know, a lot of you do, but tonight I'm going to make a project out of the picket fence.
What a surprise.
What a surprise. I get into these kicks, and, you know, before it was the stockade fence, and then I had another red fence, and then I had pallet wood, and I get into these kicks. So now I'm into the picket fence kick. But if you recall, most of you probably do, Maryland, I used to take walks, and somehow that doesn't get squoozed in anymore. I don't know, but
Carla said she would be scared if we weren't coming live.
I know.
That
would be good. That would be good. But anyway, we the one time we weren't walking, we were driving home.
Right, Candy.
We were driving home, and sometimes we just drive the way we used to walk. But anyway, we're driving home, and we go past this one house, and we're like, oh my God, look, they're taking down their picket fence.
And it's a really big property.
It's a corner property, so that, I don't know if they had, well, I know they had it on two sides, but the side of the house is way longer than the front. But anyway, we saw them taken down. Mary's like, oh man, I wonder what they're going to do with that fence. We should probably stop and find out. So we did, and they said no, they were just going to haul it away. So I said, oh man, do you mind if I take? Do you mind if I take it? And he said,
thank you.
He said, no, you can have it. And I said, well, I'm going to go back and get my other vehicle that's bigger. And I don't know if he volunteered or I asked her. I'm like, I don't know. I don't remember that part. But anyway, it worked out that he would cut
to Indiana.
Cut the sections in, because I said I can get four foot in. It was when we had our minivan. I could get 4 foot in, and length wasn't any problem. But he said, oh, let me cut it in. Let me cut it in so it's for 4 feet or so or less. And I said, man, that's great, thanks. And so I don't know how many trips I made, but I took all their fence, and it's piled up with our other pallet wood and stockade fence that we took that from another town, from somebody that was replacing it. It had been gotten beat up and worn in areas that had gotten rotten, and they were replacing it. But
that was a former student. It just happened to be.
Oh, okay.
And around here, the trash men come and pick up in front of your house. That's all included in your taxes, and they'll take so much. But if you're like a landscaper or contractor, you're supposed to remove your own debris. So these fences would cost money to rid them of it.
Yeah.
So the people that were giving away the stock fence was one of my former students, it turned out, when I corresponded with her. And her husband was kind enough to cut the fence in half.
Yeah, he did the same thing, because they were like, I guess they were 8 foot lengths. I don't know what they are, but he cut them in half for me too, which was awesome.
And helped John load them in the car and
yeah,
all that.
I don't know how many trips, 5 or 6 trips or something.
But they were thrilled for us to take them, because they were putting up the fence themselves, but in their town they were told they had to pay to remove it. And we know we took some stuff to the John called the township, and they said if we wanted to get rid of it, we would have to, they wouldn't pick it up, and we would have to take it to the dump ourselves. And I forget what it cost us, and a real rigmarole. You had to drive a couple miles one place and dump something off and someplace else. We didn't have all that much, but it ended up taking us maybe 2 hours of our time.
Yeah, it all adds up.
Now, I know some people put it to the curb, and seems to work out, but we try to do the right thing. And here we are upcycling, and things we find in the river, some of the things are still usable. We found a dock, and we gave that to somebody. We found those big floating barrels. We gave that to somebody else. You know, it's a shame to put it all in landfill. Yeah, it was, Candy. It was a win-win.
Win-win. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, and the people were thrilled that we took it because it saved them money, and they were willing to help John. And now John has fun projects that virtually are free, what he's making. Hi, Linda. How are you? So we had this idea that, not that we don't have enough decorations, we have so many, but we thought we would make something else for the yard. Hi, Carol. How are you? Our weather was chilly today.
Yeah, it was cold today.
It was a chilly day. We made the pattern ahead, and John practiced too ahead, so that got him a little bit behind on other things, but... And he's extending past the pattern. He decided he wanted to change the pattern a little bit, but we just used some of our recycled paper. Linda's doing well, that's good. But it's just a crazy day, and the day flies by, and I've been trying to catch all the crafters in the event, and everybody makes such amazing things, and they're all so different. Like you think, oh, there would be duplicates? No, there's not. Kelly said it's cold here today, too. I forget where Kelly lives.
Where do you live, Kelly? What state are you in?
The good thing is John and I are good at forgetting.
Yeah.
People tell us 100 times. And it's just like it's a new thing. It's like Groundhog Day. Every day's a new day.
Every day's a new day.
You remember
one of my
movie?
patients used to tell me every day's a holiday and every meal's a feast.
Luann lives in Minnesota. It was 42 and felt like 17. Oh, geez.
Wow.
That's like here. It's so windy off the river. If you go just like 2 blocks away, the temperature is different. Even from the front of the house to the back of the house, the riverside is always very different.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Than the front of the house. Candy said it's 44, cold and rainy. We're supposed to get rain tomorrow.
Yeah, weren't you supposed to get snow or something, Candy? Did you tell us?
It's really crazy.
Okay.
But March comes in like a lion and leaves like a lamb. But I think it came in like a lamb and leaving like a lion, as I recall.
Yeah.
Darla said it's cold and windy in Indiana. Rainy, cold, and windy. Yeah, we've had so much wind, and we're still in a drought. I don't know. And you see when it's windy here, tell them about what happens on the river. It blows the river out.
Oh, that's that one time I read it somewhere.
Thank you, Carla.
Read it somewhere on some site that...
Must be correct if you read it on Facebook.
No, not Facebook. Well, maybe it was. I don't know.
Carol said raining cats and cows in Seattle.
Oh, boy. Yeah, they had something called when we had really heavy winds, it was a storm. I think they were like 40 to 60 mile an hour wind gusts, and they said it doesn't happen that often, but it was a blowout tide, so the wind was so strong it didn't allow all the tide to come in, which is kind of crazy.
Camille said it was 28 degrees when she got up, and yeah, winds. I can't read it all here. My vision's a little bad.
All right,
a headache.
Hang on, I got to do the jigsaw.
Ruth said it's 74.
Oh boy.
Send some of that our way, Ruth.
That's nice.
I'm not ready for spring, but I don't want any of this miserable weather either. As soon as spring comes, there's so much to be done, you know, around here. We could have a full-time landscape person, I think. Is that what they call him? Full-time gardener?
Groundskeeper.
Groundskeeper, okay. We could have a full-time groundskeeper here.
We could.
I know when I had that young lady that helped me, we got up and I was out by 8 o'clock, 8:30 every day, and we worked all day in the yard, and we could barely keep up. Camille says she has a barometric headache.
Huh.
I hate that.
Hang on.
Oh, she said I have it. Yeah, that's what I always get, these headaches from this crazy weather.
Yep.
Yeah, and I have a lot of health issues also. I think I mentioned that before. That doesn't help the headaches much, does it, John?
No. No.
That's what my dentist tells me anyway.
Right.
Are you supposed to hold your pencil in your mouth?
Yes, I tend to do that. I don't know why.
I like when you have like your pencil and you're telling that story about you were missing your pen.
Yeah, so that was a crazy story. So, trying to think where it was. Yeah.
In the office.
It was in the office, and I was back I started to write on, I had like maybe, whatever, some time between some patients, and sometimes you don't have, well, I don't know how anybody else does, but sometimes things are going, you run behind or something, and so you have, your charts pile up, so you go into your, work area, office, and, there might be 4 or 5 charts there, you gotta, fill in what you did, so, I had a pile of charts, and I always had the same pen. I don't know why, but I always had the same pen that I used to write in the progress notes. So I started writing, and then somebody came in. They wanted something, and I thought I put the pen down. And
Your receptionist.
yeah, so now they leave, and now I'm going to start writing again. Now I can't find the pen. Can't find it. Where'd it go? Can't find it. Can't find it. Can't find it. Looking, moving everything around. It rolled somewhere. It rolled on the floor. It went here. It went there. I mean, my heavens, it was just here. Why can't I find it? I don't understand. Looking all around, looking all around. Somebody came back around again, and they're like, they could see I was a little distraught, and they're like, what's the matter? And I'm like, I was just going to tell you, I can't find my pen. And there it was.
Don't you hate that?
Don't you hate that? What a waste of time.
Yeah, Camille said she gets the barometric headaches too.
Yeah, headaches are horrible.
John says he has a headache every day, but his is
Well,
dehydration.
I will tell you, Mayor, since I started drinking more water at dinner, they're not as bad.
Yeah, if I told him it was dehydration, it only took him 17 years to crank up this water.
I hate drinking water.
That's the #1 cause of headaches is,
Yeah. Probably a lot of stuff.
so I taught food nutrition.
Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. That's what they
And-
tell you.
All these things are jumping all around on
God,
your
thanks.
table. Funny. Camille said it's hard for her to drink water. And I used to drink water. I would drink a big bottle of water at night before I went to sleep. And John would say, I don't like having a bottle of water in the bedroom. And so with that, I stopped drinking water. Right? I chug a whole bottle before
Yeah,
I
you
went
do.
to sleep.
I mean, and they tell you, like, I mean, that's what I do. I drink water when I'm thirsty, but they tell you by that time it's too late.
You're in dehydration.
You're in
when you do.
dehydration. You should have been drinking all along.
Carol
I mean,
said
in the
she
summer
loves
when I'm
water.
working out there, I try to do better with it, but
Carol says she loves water. She hardly drinks anything else. And see, that's how I used to be.
yeah, well,
I
that's
would
good.
drink, after you have cancer treatment and all, that's what they tell you. Drink a ton of water. Flush out your system all the time. And then the less water you drink, it's a problem with your oxalates, which ends up causing, what, kidney stones? You gotta watch your oxalates all the time. And water does help flush them out of your system. Ada just drinks water too. John and I are big coffee drinkers, and that just contributes to the dehydration. When I met John, how many cups of coffee did you drink in a day? And strong coffee. He percolated that on the stove for like an hour and a half in the morning.
In my heyday, I was drinking six cups of coffee a day,
But in the morning,
and then it
was-
caught up to me because I got a started stomach ulcer, so I had to cut back.
But you were drinking that percolated coffee,
Yeah,
which was really strong.
very
coffee.
strong. Yeah, I still like that.
It's not good for you. When you get older, you have to watch everything, or you should watch everything. Because most of the problems you can control yourself. It's just you might not want to do what you need to do. So we got
So
this.
did you figure out what I'm making yet, guys?
Yeah.
I think you should have, really.
Who knows? Candy always knows what we're making.
Yeah, she does.
So Candy, what do you think? Did you say we're in the group today? Yeah, you did.
Yeah, right in the beginning. Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, I
I think I got it mixed up. It's the Creative Clubhouse, right?
Yeah.
In case I forget.
He has his
I
cheat
made a
notes.
little note. In case I forget. Creative Clubhouse.
Luann said an Easter egg. Ding, 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 ding.
An Easter egg from the picket fence. So
Wait till you see how cute it all looks when it comes together.
I hope you like it.
But we try to think of the ideas ourselves and have something a little bit different. And maybe somebody's made this, but we haven't seen anybody do it. And you always think of rabbit, but Luann said great idea. And we have so many places to decorate, and so we like to decorate inside, we like to decorate outside. We have a big patio that can be decorated, we have a fire pit we can decorate, we have a picnic grove we can decorate. We have lots of areas and where you can decorate, right, John?
Yeah, that's what's fun.
The more stuff, the more better. Candy said she was diverted. Her husband just telling about a huge grass fire that jumped into our son-in-law's property where he has his Seymour. Why would he keep his Seymour there?
Yeah, that's not good.
His bees. Sorry for the Seymour.
Hope it's okay.
Yeah, that's scary. And smoke's what they use on the bees. Remember when they want to make them sluggish or something? Don't they smoke them?
I don't know.
Don't they smoke bees? Then you said
Candy
abuse
should
the
know, I
tops
guess.
of picket fence for bunnies, ghosts, and candy corn. Yeah, John made a lot of stuff when we were in the co-op. He made stuff out of the tops. I forget what all you made. You made ghosts.
Oh yeah, the points you mean?
Yeah.
The little points?
Yeah.
Yeah, we made ghosts.
That's what Linda's saying. I'm trying to remember. And then you made that cute box and used all the points.
Oh yeah, Hang
Yeah,
on.
it's so much fun being creative. And I like thinking
Hang on.
of things myself. Yeah, John made a really cute box and he used all the tops of the pickets for the sides. I actually have two friends that have bees. One of them is one of my best friends from high school. Raises bees in Washington State, and that's their business, bees and honey and all. And then somebody we befriended recently, she raises bees also. I'm extremely allergic to bees. We were down by the river and John was jumping on what used to be a cement dock. Remember that, John?
Mm-hmm.
And it was rocking and rolling and all of a sudden, well, it was wasps, not bees.
Mm-hmm.
They were living under this, on the river's edge, in this rocky stuff. And when John rocked it, they swarmed and they went after me, not John. And boy, they can sting right through your clothes and all. And I ran down from the riverbank up to the house and they were still stinging and stinging. And they say the wasps can sting multiple times and sting right through layers of sweatshirt and everything. That was horrible, wasn't it?
Yes,
so
it
now
was.
I have an EpiPen and all, but I'm a little bit apprehensive about being around them because I had kind of a bad reaction. They said I should have an EpiPen with me, but when you read the directions on that, it tells you it can't be hot, it can't be cold, carry it with you. You're thinking, how can you keep yourself under control? And they have a short lifespan. Now I lost the comment.
Mm-mm.
Come on, comments. That's starting to look like an H, John.
Huh.
So tell us
How do you like that?
Tell us what Easter was like when you were growing up.
I don't have much recollection of Easter as a kid. Just I know we looked for eggs.
In the house, Easter morning?
I think we went outside and inside.
They are, Krista. And their life is short, and then you don't know if you carry it in your handbag and it's hot, and you're like, is it even any good? Yeah, I used to, when my kids were little, I made the bunny prints with the flower across the floor and the Easter baskets. When I was growing up, my mom would put trinkets in the Easter basket, not that much candy. Mostly the trinkets. That's where I got my 50-cent fake Barbie doll, my Easter basket.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. That just popped in my head. So we would look for the regular Easter eggs, but I think
Luann says she loves it.
they were dyed. We would dye the Easter real eggs. I guess they were hard cooked,
Yeah.
and then we would dye them, and then the Easter bunny hid them, and we had to find them. I don't think there was any prize for finding them. I don't know. But the big thing was the Easter Bunny hid the Easter basket that had your Easter egg in it and then all your Easter candy.
And what was your Easter egg?
I
it the
think we had
hollow one with
the
the
buttercream.
kisses?
We had that buttercream with the middle that looked like an egg. You know, it was white around it and then had a yellow center, I think, and that was a buttercream. I think that was the egg we had. And I don't know how my mom and dad figured out all the places to hide it, but one time I specifically remember they hid it in the oven. I don't know if it was mine or my sister's, but it was in the oven.
Oh, that's crazy.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, my brother always wanted the chocolate egg with the kisses in the center, and I always wanted trinkets because I hated those coconut eggs. For some reason, that's what I got.
Oh, did you?
And I'd nibble the chocolate off of it and not eat the coconut cream part. And I had a collection of those panoramic eggs, but they got ruined when our roof leaked one time and moisture got in there. I had like 20 years of panoramic eggs. This year we were going to have to color potatoes. Eggs are too expensive.
Yeah, right.
Hi Wayne, how are you?
Hi, Wayne.
Now I'm so hooked on those beautiful colored eggs, the blues and the greens and all the natural colored. I don't want to dye eggs. I just like the way they are. But I do.
Just the way you are.
I'll show you. I'm getting ready for my first tour of the sewing room. But somewhere along the line, I'll show you. I used to make those Pisanki eggs, and I'll explain that and show you the equipment and all that. But with my kids, we always dyed eggs. Now, my one grandmother had lived through the Depression, and even having eggs was a treat. And she would dye all the eggs with natural dye, and that's what I got into. And I love pickled eggs. Krista said her grandma hid her dad's in the oven and forgot it was in there when she preheated it for dinner. That's not good.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
But I used to make every
That's a whoops.
Every year. Do you guys enjoy pickled beets and hard-cooked eggs? You hard-cook the eggs, and then you take the beet juice and you make a syrup out of it, and then you put the beets back in it. It's vinegar and sugar and I don't know whether it's much else, some spices. And you put that in, you put the eggs in, it makes, the eggs are peeled, and the whole white turns that pretty purple color. And my kids loved them, the pickled eggs. They didn't like the beets, just the eggs. I guess one of my kids, one of them didn't and one of them did. But, yeah, I used to love the pickled beets and eggs. My grandmother made them, and she used onion skins and all, so for a few years I did the natural dyes for the eggs. Luann says she wants to buy one of these eggs. Yeah, Linda, I did that where you tie the rubber band, the silk tie on, they come out cool too. And yeah, I've tried so many things. I told you I never get great at anything, but I really enjoy trying all kinds of things. And usually once I learn just the basic stuff, I end up teaching it. And I'm like the teacher that doesn't know what she's doing.
Okay, hang on again.
Yeah,
One more time.
panoramic egg, handmade one like that, and they're just so beautiful, and I have a whole collection of them. Yeah, Wayne says he loves the pickled beets and eggs.
Ah.
And if you notice, John's greatly influenced by me. They are not hard-boiled eggs, are they, John?
Did Did I say hard cooked?
Yep, you did. They're called
I
hard.
almost said hard boiled, and then I'm like, wait a minute, that's not what they are.
I don't want to be corrected. They're hard cooked eggs, and I'm very fussy about how my eggs are hard cooked, and they shouldn't have a dark ring on them. I told you I was culinary judge, but I read tons of stuff, and the one thing I read about making hard cooked eggs was they're not boiled eggs, they're hard cooked eggs, and exactly what they should look like. Hi, Nadine. I'm losing comments. I'm looking, watching John, then I forget. Wait, my job is to read the comments.
Yeah, don't
Sorry
forget
if
that.
I missed your comments, guys.
Don't forget that.
But I used to love, one of our first Easters, I asked John, do you like hard-cooked eggs? Oh yeah, he said he did. So I made all these eggs thinking he'd slurp them down, because it seems like whenever you put out deviled eggs, Janice says she used to love them. Whenever you put out deviled eggs, people gulp them down. Now my grandkids were here from visiting from Germany, and we had deviled eggs, because I know people gulp those things down always when they're put out. And she had never eaten one before. She had eaten egg salad, but never deviled eggs. And I said, oh, it's like egg salad. And then she ate one. She said, oh, they were so delicious. But she was very unsure about trying them. Oh, Carol said her mother would toss out the eggs if they didn't have the perfect yellow yolk. Yeah, I mean, if I'm at somebody's house and they're like that, that doesn't bother me at all. Normally I wouldn't even notice, because I'd be so busy having fun. But when I make them, I try to make them correctly. They don't always turn out that way. And they say older eggs peel better than fresh eggs. There's all these theories, but every once in a while you get a few eggs that will fight you with getting that peel off, no matter how careful you are about doing the right things. And then they become egg salad instead of deviled eggs. I thought we were having deviled eggs for dinner. You misunderstood me. I said egg salad. That's what we're having. Right, John?
Yeah. Yeah, and hey, at our age, it's easy to misunderstand. You can't hear.
Yeah. That was egg salad we were having. But I don't know why. Whenever there's deviled eggs, people grab them up right away. And they're so easy to make, and they're so delicious, so.
They are.
Have you ever hard cooked an egg, John? I don't think you have.
I don't think so.
John can make a good scrambled egg, you know. And I like eggs because they're easy, and he'll make them once in a while, and then he's all upset if he broke the yolk. And I don't really care, but
That's annoying. Like, who wants to get a broken
he
yolk?
said I had it so perfect, and then I had to break it. And who struggles with that? And then I see how you can put water in the pan instead of flipping it over, put a little water. Does anybody use that technique? You put the egg and you kind of fry it on the bottom, and then you put water in there. Carol said they all love deviled eggs. And you have to put paprika on the top.
Yeah, it wouldn't be deviled egg without paprika.
Yeah. But we're both, John was not a foodie when I met him.
Nope. But I am now.
He ate lean cuisine. Candy said she's making Rubens. She missed,
Oh, that's
boy,
good.
that's delicious. She missed St. Patrick's Day.
Hey, like I said before, every day's a holiday, every meal's a feast. That's what my patient told me.
Krista said she agrees with you, no broken yolks.
Yeah, I mean, you want to break it yourself when you go to eat it, right? You don't want to get it broken.
Luann said when they had a restaurant, her girls served an egg that had broken. Let's see. Oh, they wouldn't serve an egg that had broken yolk.
Yeah, that's not good.
Yeah, that's crazy. So Candy told me she's moving to our neighborhood.
Oh boy.
Everybody's moving around here. We'll post all the real estate for sale. And our yard's big enough you could bring an RV and just set it up. Chris just said, do you use water or milk with your scrambled eggs? A cook at a restaurant told me to use water. That's what we use, water. Yeah, Carol,
I thought
you know,
we used water.
water. We use New Jersey water. We don't know what water is. Is that how they say it?
I don't know. I get mixed up which is which.
Yeah, we have that strong Philadelphia area accent. We're a little crazy about that. Strong Philadelphia accent. Carol said water is what she uses. Do you use water or water? We say like W-O-O-D-E-R, water. And I know people around here that have done telemarketing in their younger days. They try to disguise their local accent.
Oh, do they?
Yeah. Luann says she uses water.
Water seems to be the dominant choice.
Cheryl said use the drill to set the screws.
Yes, I know. I do have one of those bits, but
Carol says she uses water.
it's better exercise.
And Allegra uses water.
Water.
Yeah, it's funny, when I went away to college, so many people had southern accents, and then one of my suite mates was from New York. I forget, North Jersey or New York. She had that strong New York accent. And we all stood in the bathroom talking because it could echo from the tile walls, and it was funny. They'd say this, say that. Allegra says auto-corrected her. Yeah, don't you hate that? And Luann uses water. Yeah, Linda, even how they say your town. I had a lot of friends from
Watertown?
Norfolk.
Oh.
But, yeah, the way everybody says the town there on the east coast of Virginia. Candy said her husband made the corned beef from a roast. Yum.
Oh boy.
Venison.
Oh boy.
It's so good, all the flavor and no fat. Oh, I think the fat's the best part. When I was young, Sandy puts a pinch of cream of tartar in hers. It makes them fluffy.
Oh boy, there you go.
Yeah, when I was in college, somebody gave me a cookbook, and it was like for making, it was an old-fashioned cookbook, I should show you. And it was so great, and I used it a lot. And how you, it said for omelets, and you started it on the stove, and then you separated the egg and the yolk, and it was really, really fluffy when you carefully folded it together. And then you started it on the stove, and then you finished it in the oven. I had to take that recipe out. And I thought, boy, an omelet's a lot of work. Linda said, yeah, no fat on here. We got plenty in our yard, but you can't hunt them here. We have them, we have fox. There was a fox on our porch right outside our kitchen door last night when I looked it up. Begging for food. We have to weight our trash cans down because we have so many people, and our compost is like a buffet for most of them. And somebody was talking, Misty was it Misty? Somebody was talking today about raising pumpkins. Can't remember who. One of the one of the people in the event was talking about, a couple of people were talking about raising pumpkins, and boy, we put such an obstacle course. If you remember, we had fences and chairs and all kinds of stuff, but they not only ate the flowers and the pumpkins and the vine, so I don't know whether it was groundhogs or deer, but they just trampled all our barricades, didn't they?
Yeah.
Finally, we just gave up.
Yeah, they didn't survive.
The year before, we grew a lot of pumpkins, but this year, I don't know. Somebody found them and told everybody. We had every
Pumpkins at Magnolia Hall.
If you remember, I think I might have even taken some pictures. Candy said that's turning out so cool. And I think I even posted pictures of all the stuff. We had those old, heavy metal chairs, like yard chairs, the real old ones from like the 20s or 30s. We had them, and we had like a corral that you would use for pets or your kids or something outside, like a fence, big corral kind of a fence. We had that. We had chicken wire. We put everything over there, and they just plowed through it.
Hang on.
But I don't know whether they were deer or the groundhogs or what. Some raccoons. Yeah, like we're the same. We can't have the squirrels, the possums, the raccoons, the deer. Everything attacks all our stuff out there. I know where I raised my kids. I lived in the same house for a long time. One time it was in the fall, and somebody was knocking on the door. Yeah, Luann said deer love pumpkins. Somebody was knocking, and goats do too. Somebody was knocking on our door, and I went to the door, and nobody was there. Then I went back, and they were knocking again. I went, nobody was there. Well, finally, I realized it was the squirrels were hanging on my wreath that was on the front door.
Oh, that's crazy.
Oh, don't worry about Luann. I make so many. I hit my finger shakes. I hit too many buttons, the wrong ones. But it was a squirrel, and the last time I opened the door, it was still hanging on it, and now in my hallway. Candy said, so funny, as I was grilling the Reuben, she stopped to text us both. Then when she said, Candy said, hubby fixed the corned beef, he turned around shocked. And Joey says it's turning out great, John.
Thank you.
But, yeah, another time I don't know whether you guys had this too, and maybe it's happened a couple times, I don't remember that for sure, but I know at least once. You make this beautiful wreath in the spring, and then one day you go out and there's a darn bird's nest in there. Candy said her husband thought we were seeing them. Yeah, we can see him.
Yeah.
Tell him we can see everything he's doing, and he better behave himself. But, yeah, a bird made a nest on the door, and then she had already had some eggs in there when I noticed. Then I didn't want to go in and out and disturb her. Every time you opened the doors, they'd have to fly out, and you were worried you'd bump it too hard, close the door too hard, and knock her nest out. It was really a pain. And they make such a mess out of your wreath. But I guess she thought it was beautiful and couldn't help herself. Yeah, Candy, say, he better behave himself. Miriam says, hello, Carpenter. 7:47, okay? Mm-hmm. Just keep you on track here. So
We'll
John always reinforces it in the back. because you have to put them all together. So you could, if you wanted to make something, you could use even paint stirrers or something, which would be easier to cut. Janet says turning out great.
Thank you.
You're laughing, Krista.
You'll be surprised
but
at
we
the
can
end.
see you too. Krista's laughing. I said we can see her too. You and your, what's that from The Wizard of Oz? You and your little dog. Krista, we can see you and your little dog. Like the Wicked Witch in The Wizard of Oz. Something like that, she said. Right, John?
Yes.
Your life sure got lively when you met me, didn't it?
Yes. Hang on.
He knows he's only allowed to say yes. Miriam said, rabbit, I know, I wish you would make a rabbit.
I know. That seems complicated.
I want
Have to figure it out.
Me a dragonfly.
Dragonfly.
I've been collecting dragonflies since I was a little girl, and I have all these fan blades and stuff. I made them before and ended up killing all the ones I made. Now I want John to make me one. And I have, Krista said I never misbehaved. Yeah, that's not what your dog told me, Krista. Luann said John's concentrating hard. He's on the final stretch. Time is ticking. Yep, John, 7:50. Now we have all these questions, guys, of we want your opinion at a point here. But if you wanted to make this yourself and it was going to be inside, you could hot glue stuff. You could use paint stirrers, and they're very easy to cut. Some of the things, the balsa wood, you could even cut with scissors or an X-Acto knife. And you could make a easier version, or not easier, but less challenging, I guess. Tina says safety glasses, John.
Yes, correct.
He does use safety glasses in the yard. He puts on his safety glasses and then he listens to music, and he never sees you coming or hears you or anything, and he's in his own world. I'll have to take a picture. Did I ever take a picture of you out there with all your...
I don't recall, Mary.
You could yell and scream and everything, and he doesn't hear you. Just like when he was using his blower that day, and I'm yelling at him. I kept going out and asking him questions, and he just ignored me. Somebody said I should have unplugged your blower. He was cleaning the fire pit, and then it's been windy, so we haven't even had a fire. And I don't know where you live, but around here you're not allowed to burn trash. You're not allowed to burn much other than firewood. Yeah, Candy, we're going to use this outside. We thought it would look really cute, and then we could leave it set up if we wanted. If you remember, he made that big wooden turkey, and he made another turkey out of a combination of boards and pumpkin and all that. He had to get a special drill thing for it and all. And that didn't last long, did it, John?
No.
The squirrels, the deer, and everything gobbled that up. He made it on a live, and it was so much work, and he had so much prep making sure he could get it all to fit together and select the right cords, and only lasted a couple days in the yard. So, but then he made a big wooden turkey that was out of the picket, no, that was out of the stockade fence. I'll have to repost that, because that really it's a big, heavy turkey. It's really cute. He's made quite a few
Yeah, I
things.
guess that was the stockade fence, yes.
I'm trying to think of other stuff. Do you remember the skeleton he made in the fall? That was one of my favorites. Carol said in the late spring and summer months we can't have backyard fires. We couldn't have one all last summer because of the drought, and I don't know how it's going to be this year. Yeah, Chris has said if you keep crafting, we're going to have to change the name to Done By Us. But if you don't realize, guys, the name Done By Me, Duns were my family that lived here in the 1800s in this house, and me is my initials. And so John and I always say, it's all about you, and John says it's all about me. And that's what the rings, you don't wear that ring anymore, do you?
No, I have it.
Yeah, we made rings for each other years ago, and mine says it's all about me, and John says it's all about you. And he's the one that put the, we did jewelry making, and that's what I'm going to show you, some jewelry and some stuff too. I have so much to share, but I pulled stuff today, so within the next, I think it's later this week, I'm going to show you, I have it all scheduled out. I'm going to show you 754. I'm going to show you the first of my adventures that I told you I'd share all the things here in my sewing room, so I'll be starting later this week. Candy said they're still in a burn ban, and we might be also. Candy, I'm not sure. We're still very dry and in a drought. Oh boy, Allegra said they can't even have wood-burning stoves.
Hey,
Where I
after
live,
what we saw in California, I don't think you want to take a chance. I mean, we've had crazy fires in Jersey too.
Thank
already.
you. So there's John's big Easter egg. So we can't decide because,
Can they see it like that?
yeah. Well, I don't know. I didn't get to it yet. But do you want to show them at 7:55?
Yeah, I'm gonna get the other two. So hey, 7:55. So see, it's like your morning coffee. You say you get up, you have your coffee, and before you know it, you're going to bed.
Thanks for the hearts.
So same thing. We got the 2-minute warm up, and now it's almost time to say goodbye. But so I give thanks so much for inviting us, Janice, to the Creative Clubhouse. We really appreciate it. It's always happy to be here. We have fun. Thanks everybody for joining us. Don't go away. Goes up next to us. Up next after us is Carol Ruth Creation Station. So stay tuned for her. So hey, this is a trilogy. So yesterday I was working, and so we have this, and we have that. Can you see them on that?
I can't. You're not there yet.
No, but I mean, did you see the other one, or?
Yeah. So I pulled
So
the
we
one
have those.
one way, the big one. Slide it over some more, and I'll pull the other ones the same way they were. So you can put the other.
Like that? Is that good?
Yeah, that's good.
So that's that. And hey,
We're trying to.
if you're not
decide-
following us, we'd love to have you follow. Just go to our page, Done By Me, and there's some links on there for the Telegram and our YouTube channel.
Yeah, make sure if you want to be notified, you sign up for Telegram. It costs nothing. Everybody loves it. Krista loves it. And then here's it with the Easter basket. You can slide the eggs over more and pull the basket back. But we're trying to decide. We kind of like the eggs white, but we don't know whether we should maybe just do a dry brush of a really pale pastel, and then you can pull the basket over this way.
Yeah, Mara was saying, initially we were saying we were going to paint the eggs 3 different colors. Thanks for all the hearts, guys. But then she said, I don't know, I kind of like them white, but hey, see what you guys think. Would you paint them, or would you leave them this way? I run out of time. I still have to stain the edges. I have my driftwood stain that I'll stain the edges to cover up the fresh
We're
cuts.
trying to decide whether we dry brush them like
Yeah, it's a
pas-
tongue twister. You got it.
a pastel color, like a really pale
Thanks, Ada.
yellow, and just dry brush, and an aqua and a pink, or whether we would just leave them white. We're going to put them on a wood tone table outside. And then
Carol says she'd leave them white.
we even thought about doing dry brush of brown on the base. We're just
Cheryl
trying.
says I like them just like that. Luann says leave them as they are. Linda says leave them. Thanks for all the hearts, guys. Linda W says leave them. Yeah, we were kind of torn whether to paint them some pastel colors or just leave them as is. So far everybody's telling you to leave them there.
Oh, okay.
Senna says looking good. So
But we thought the eggs we could leave
Bruce
on the
says
table
leave them white.
outside.
Ada says keep them white. That's so
Yeah,
far
but-
everybody says leave them as is. I just have to put my
Show them the side where it looks.
where I do my fresh cut. I just go I have my little driftwood stain to hide the fresh cut so it blends in a little bit better. Krista says leave them, keep them white. She loves them that way. Thanks for the hearts, everybody. So
We
anyway,
thought
we
they
hope
would
you.
look really cute and they could be left outside on the table and we wouldn't have to worry. I wouldn't leave the chick and the bunny out there, but the eggs for sure will be out all spring.
Thanks for all the hearts. Hope you had fun. Carol says real bunnies lay white eggs, not pastel.
You said that, Carol Ruth?
No, Carol Sweeney.
Oh, Carol Sweeney.
Senna says nice and rustic.
You guys are really a lot of fun. We are so excited to see you, and we appreciate all your kind words and all that you do for us. You keep
Wayne
us.
says don't listen to them.
But he wants them painted.
I don't know. He didn't say. He's laughing. It's a joke.
John knows
All right,
to
it's
listen
8
to
o'clock,
the
guys. Don't go away. Stay on for Carol Ruth's Creation Station. We had fun. Have a good rest of the
women.
night.
Thanks for being with us, guys.
Thanks again, Janice.